Hi everyone. It's a rainy night and it's a few minutes to it's a few minutes to 11 p.m. and I'm a bit sleepy, but I have some thoughts and I have something to share. And it's about hobbies, you know. And I just wanted to, I'm just going to read from my notes, but I think it's something that creatives can find useful. So, waiting is an integral part of life, right? Especially when you've chosen a creative path. Like the farmer, we plant our seeds and have to wait a while for it to germinate, grow, and bear fruits. Like in farming, not all our seeds would be viable, which is why we need to diversify and plant several seeds. I got the idea for this video from my peppers. I had planted them last year and they were not doing well. They were not doing as well as I thought they would. Every now and then I would get a fruit or two, but nothing substantial. And I would check every morning. It was kind of my routine. I would come out of my room and check my peppers and maybe see one fruit or two, some flowers falling off, and it was quite disappointing, right? But eventually I got distracted by something and I didn't check for a few days, right? When I came back to my peppers after a few days, I saw a lot of fruits. I mean, it took me 1 year to get to this point where there are a lot of fruits on my peppers, but it reminded me of this scene that I had when I was growing up, right? um about a what I'm sorry. I'm having to look at my notes, but stick with me here. It's very interesting. All right, so it reminded me of this saying when that I heard when I was growing up about a watch pot never boiling, right? I remember being hungry sometimes, and I'll be asking my mom, when is the food gonna be ready, and she'll be like, oh, just go and do something else, and it's gonna get ready. But if you keep checking and asking, it will take time, right? So, and I feel like we've all had a version of that, or some version of that statement, right? About a wash pot never boiling. And this is why we need more hobbies. The fact that a wash pot never boils is why we need more hobbies. Casual hobbies, right? Casual yet interesting enough hobbies. They need to be casual but interesting enough. And I want us to view casual hobbies as coffee table magazines, right? In the waiting room of our serious hobbies or paths. For example, I currently have serious hobbies that kind of earn me some stipends. And at the moment, I am waiting to see if some of them will yield fruits. And while I wait, YouTube has become a hobby, a distraction, something to pass the time in the waiting room. Your casual hobby doesn't have to be YouTube. It could be yoga. It could be gardening. It could be sewing. It could be Duolingo. And I'm just mentioning the things that I like. You could brainstorm your own waiting room hobbies and see what happens and use them as a way not to watch your actual part, right? Not to be overly anxious about your actual part. And that is all I have for today. And I hope that this has been helpful in one way or another. I feel like I have more to explore when it comes to this topic. I have more to explore, but I'm still synthesizing it. And I just hope that this has been helpful to an extent. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.